Mastering communication is one of the most powerful skills in the world. Just imagine being able to continuously improve your communication. In this video, I will share some super powerful and specific words you can use to elevate your communication. And some of this comes from one specific book, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to say. Now, on top of that, I also will combine it with some personal insights from myself. And this book is actually so valuable that I don't really would like to share it, but just because only a few people will watch it and only a fewer people will actually take action, I'm happy to do it. Back in the days, people used to write books because they did like a study for 30 years and they released their information on a subject. And then it became some sort of hype where people who wanted to position themselves a certain way leverage having a book just to have more authority. And then Andrew Tate blew up the internet and he told people that he doesn't read. So a lot of people think the same way now. Now, I always like to make my own conclusions. So in this video, the conclusions will be shared from what I've seen that works and are super effective in practice. The reason you want to master communication is because it helps you in everything. If you're doing sales, if you speak with your girlfriend, if you're speaking with your team, everything will dramatically improve if you are good at communication. So let's just go. The first word/phrase is just imagine. Napoleon Hill said it the best: imagination is one of the most powerful forces in the world. So that's pretty much says enough. The second one is, I'm not sure if it's for you, but the statement of I'm not sure if it's for you is so powerful that whenever somebody hears it, their unconscious mind says, hey, there's no pressure here. So it's super great. The next one is open-minded. If you're in a room with like 100 people and you ask if somebody's open-minded, about 90 people will actually raise their hands. So if you just use the phrase like, hey, are you open-minded too? Or how open-minded are you to this? People tend to agree much faster. Another one which is super powerful is, how would you feel if? Whenever you're in a conversation, especially in sales, if you ask them like, hey, how would you feel if this? They're pretty much imagining certain things, and that is so powerful that you can't say anything else which will convince them better than their own imagination. Another super great question in sales is, what would you like to do next? I stole this from Dan Lok, but it's so great because instead of having all these tricks and trying to convince people, you're just asking them, hey, what would you like to do next? The next one is most people. These two words of 10 letters are so great that whenever you say something like, hey, most people do this, you're automatically triggered to think, okay, I should do this as well. So definitely try it out and it will be super great. And since most of us talk in messages and we're constantly, reaching out, connecting with people, I'm going to share 3 follow-ups which I've proven to test are super great. The first one is, I'm guessing you haven't got around to. It's also described in this book and it's so unique and genuine, it really works super well. Another one, and this only applies to a certain type of industry, is who schedules your call. If you're speaking with people who are very established and they have a team, it's just to ask, hey, who schedules your calls? It really works well. And the last one I really use often is, hey, I also give you a follow. Whenever you're trying to connect with somebody and you're just speaking for them for the first time, just give them a follow and just say, hey, I'll give you a follow. Usually they follow you back, but that's not what it's about. It's about the fact that people will actually trigger it in a way like, oh, nice, this person is actually appreciating me. Now, if we look at communication in general, there are basically 2 types of people. The people who just talk without thinking about anything, and those who are actually analyzing what they say and they're continuously improving. A super great example of this is Donald Trump. If you're watching Donald Trump's interview, especially from the old days, you'll notice he uses a lot of specific words. He uses words like
amazing, massive, extraordinarily.
All these type of words which are just so triggering for people to hear that it works really well. Before you make your mind up to close this video, would you do me a favor? Just share the video, follow me, and I'll see you soon.